Hi everyone, it's K-Red and welcome to today's project. Thought it would be fun to do some real-time drawing. No speeding up of the film, but I did cut out the pauses if I stopped to step away from the desk or something like that. So I'm using this square tile. I've been really enjoying this tile. So it's just a good size for a 10-15 minute drawing. I think this one turns out to be just about 10 minutes long. We're going to start with some simple leaves. When I do a drawing like this, a botanical, I usually like to start with something kind of large and simple and then be able to fill in around it. For me, if I do the small items first, I don't always leave enough room for the large. So we're making these kind of elephant ear flowers right on the top of these petals. The top is jagged, it'll give it a little bit of a wave, and then we're adding just however many flowers seem to fit. I'm going to fill in that center, but I'm going to leave a tab or a spot open for white, just so there's a little bit of a contrast. And then I go in and I add these little lines on the top just to add a little bit of a flare to the leaf. So I'm going to go back to the next one, making this one just a little bit smaller. And we're just doing the same thing, a simple petal with a jagged top. So I came back, filling this in, and like I said, leaving a nice white accent in the middle. There's no right or wrong way to do these. We're going to add as many or as little as feel comfortable. For today's drawing, I did keep it nice and short. As I mentioned, I'm dealing with a little bit of back pain. I know a lot of you deal with chronic pain and issues as well, and drawing and doodling is one of the best ways to help to distract, to help to manage the pain and give you a little bit of a variance in your day. Just make sure you don't do it for too long in one sitting. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself lots of breaks. So now that I've done those three, I decided I want to try to do something different. So I'm making these fun little stem flowers. Let's zoom in so you can see a little bit closer. And all it is are two parallel lines. I do them as an angle, and then I add in that wavy top again. So you make a stem with two little parallel lines, do it as an arc, and add a wave line at the top. You're going to make it ebb and flow, give it a nice big curve. I'm going to weave it around that other flower. What makes these stem flowers interesting is you add a little triangle on each side to fill in. Just a gradual little accent there, but it makes it give the appearance that the stems go all the way around to form a circle. Go ahead and add a little bit of a darker weight at the very top, and that little bit of dimension makes it look like one is sitting inside the other. Take your time. Try to imagine if it made a circle around, and let that be your guide to help you. And you can add as little as you want and make it as tall as you want. I decided I wanted to go up quite a bit farther up the page, add a little bit of a horizontal dimension. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. A couple parallel lines at an angle, nice little arches, a wavy top, and then keep going to whatever height you want. Add in your accents on the side. So next, we're adding these descending dark circles. We're putting them underneath each of the petal, and it just adds a little bit of a whimsy to the drawing. And once I'd done it on the one, I liked it so much, I decided to go back and add it to the others. Start larger circle on the bottom, and then just gradually go up smaller. So once you finish one little flower that you're working on, take a step back, look at your paper, and decide where you want to go next. What's the next thing you want to work on? Where is there a white space that's just calling out for some ink? These are super fun little Zentangle shape. They always remind me a little bit like a mushroom. And what I like to do on these is add a nice dark stem at the very top. We'll go ahead and see if we can zoom in a little bit when I finish this recording and we go back in. But it's two parallel lines, a circle on top of it, and then a little line just to show a little bit of character and a little bit of depth where the stem would go into the flower. So now I decided I'd like some pointy leaves, a little bit of a contrast with the other flowers. We're going to add just however many feel comfortable. can alternate sides, or you can do what I'm doing, where I'm just filling in the white space. Wherever there's some white space, I go ahead and leave it there. So for these petals, I decided to add a line down the middle and a little bit of some lines, a little bit of some definition in them, just to help. So at the top of my stems, I decided I needed another flower up there. I really liked the stem as it was, but I just felt I needed a little bit more filling in on the top, and I added a flower to the top of that stem. Did a very similar flower, just the kind of elephant ears, jagged lines at the top, and on this one I add a little bit of definition at the middle of the flower as well. And let's add it to the other one as well. Notice how on this flower, I tried to go a little bit behind the leaf on the other one. So it looks like one is in front of the other. So now what do we need over here? We need a little bit more to go up. So let's add some more. And then once we've drawn the little leaves, we're going to go ahead and go back in and do the circles underneath it, large, and then descending in size. So then let's take a look at it again. I have lots of room on the top, but I thought this might be a fun one to color in later. Might be a fun one to draw and to put on a card or to make for your grandchild or Sunday school class or your child to color. Can make a nice little present to have a completely homemade little scene. Let's add some new flowers, just little ones poking out at the bottom. Always easy to add a little flower in here or there. I usually like to do clusters of 3. It just is what usually feels comfortable to me. So then let's go ahead and add some grass. We're going to add some nice little lines at the bottom of the page, varying in height. Some are curved, some are straight. We want it to have quite a bit of character. It's almost like a malfunctioning EKG or something. But it gives our paper a bottom. It gives a foundation so that the plants aren't just floating. Kind of anchors everything. Then we're going to go in and add a little bit at the base of each of the flowers. If I decide to go back and do this in color, it'd be a fun little watercolor spots to put a little bit of a green or something like that. If you choose to go back over this with some watercolors, paint, or even some little markers. And once again, step back. Where's there a hole? What needs a little bit of a something? And what do you think you can add in there? There are no rules. And I think that's going to be it for this project. Like I said, 10 minutes, just enough time to sit, to breathe, and to make a beautiful little coloring sheet or just a beautiful little flowers. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun as we walked through real-time drawing. If you'd like some more of these, please leave me a note and let me know. If you'd like and subscribe, you help my little channel grow. I appreciate you very much. You take care and you stay safe. Bye.